Dear students, greetings of the day. Today we are going to continue the supplementary reader, The Woman on platform number 8. Okay. In the last video, we had seen the boy who was waiting for the train alone in the platform number 8. Okay. Then he met a woman who took care on him on the platform. Okay. Then they both went to the railway canteen and had some snacks there, and then they returned back to the platform where they had waited for the train. Okay. Then in that platform, Arun met his schoolmate Sadish and his mother were waiting for the same train to travel. Okay. Up to that we had seen in the last video. Okay. Today let us move on to the section 2. Hello Arun, he called. The train's coming in late as usual. Did you know we have a new headmaster this year? We shook hands and then he turned to his mother and said, "This is Arun, mother. He is one of my friends and a best bowler in the class." Then here Sadish said hello to Arun, and then he said that the train was coming late as usual. Okay. Then Sadish asked to Arun that, "Did you know we have a new headmaster this year?" Like that he asked. Okay. Then we both shake our hands. Then Sadish introduced me to his mother and said, "He is one of my friend Arun and he is the best bowler in our class." Like that Sadish introduced me to his mother. Okay. "I am glad to know that," said his mother, a large, imposing woman who wore spectacles. She looked at the woman who led my hand and said, "And I suppose you are Arun's mother?" I opened my mouth to make some explanation, but before I could say anything, the woman replied, "Yes, I am Arun's mother." I was unable to speak a word. I looked quickly up at the woman, but she did not appear to be at all embarrassed and was smiling at Satish's mother. Here, Satish's mother said that, "I am so happy to know that your friend is the best bowler in your class." Then Satish's mother wore spectacles on her face and she looks very grand and in impressive manner. Okay. Then she looked at the woman who held my hand and asked, "Are you Arun's mother?" For that I opened my mouth to say about her, but before I could start say anything, the woman replied, "Yes, I am Arun's mother." Then at that time I was not able to speak anything. So I looked quickly up at the woman, but she did not felt ashamed to tell like that. Okay. And she was smiling at Satish's mother. Okay. Satish's mother said, "It's such a nuisance having to wait for the train right in the middle of the night. But one can't let the child wait here alone. Anything can happen to a boy at a big station like this. There are so many suspicious characters hanging about. These days, one has to be very careful of strangers." Here, Satish's mother annoyed and said, "It is such a nuisance to wait for the train in the middle of the night." Okay. And we cannot let the child to wait here alone because anything may happen to a boy at a big station like this. Okay. Then there are so many suspicious characters hanging in this station. So everyone must be very careful to the strangers in the station. Okay. Like the Satish's mother said. Okay. "Arun can travel alone though," said the woman beside me, and somehow I felt grateful to her for saying that. I had already forgiven her for lying, and besides, I had taken an instinctive dislike to Satish's mother. Then I felt very grateful. Grateful means thankful. Okay. Then I felt very thankful for the woman who stand beside me and said, "Arun can travel alone." Okay. Then I had forgiven her for lying that she said she is my mother. No. For that I forgiven her. Okay. Then I had a conscious thought that I didn't like Satish's mother and her behavior from the beginning. Okay. "Well, be very careful, Arun, and said Sati's mother, looking sternly at me, though through her spectacles. Be very careful when your mother is not with you and never talk to strangers. I looked from Sati's mother to the woman who had given me tea and sweets and then back at Sati's mother and said, I like strangers, I said. Okay, here Sati's mother looked at me in a serious manner through her spectacles and said, Arun, you must be very careful and never talk to strangers when your mother is not with you. Okay, then I looked at the woman who had given me tea and sweets, and then I looked back at Sati's mother and said, I like strangers very much. Like that, I replied to her. Okay. Sati's mother definitely staggered a little, as obviously she was not used to being contradicted by small boys. There you are, you see. If you don't watch over them all the time, they will walk straight into trouble. Always listen to what your mother tells you, she said, wagging a little finger at me, and never talk to strangers. Then Satish mother deeply get shocked by my reply. Then she was not used to being denied the truth by small boys. Okay, so if you are like this, I'm sure you will get into the trouble. Okay, I'm sure you will get into the trouble by strangers. So you always listen to what your mother tells you. Okay, then she moved her fat little finger slowly at me and said, never talk to strangers. Okay, it is not good for you. Like that, she warned me. Sati's mother warned me. Okay, I glared fully at her and moved closer to the woman who had befriended me. Satish was standing behind his mother, grinning at me and delighting in my clash with his mother. Apparently, he was on my side. By hearing all that, I was in angry for treating unfairly to Sati's mother. Okay, and then I moved closer to the woman who was friend to me from the beginning when I reached the station. Okay, then Satish was standing behind his mother and he was smiling broadly towards me, and he was happy about my fight with his mother. Okay, so I thought clearly that he was supporting me on that situation. Okay, the station bell clanged, and the people who had till now been squatting resignedly on the platform began hustling about. Here it comes, shouted Satish as the engine whistle shrieked and the front lights played over the rails. Then the station bell gave loud noise, and the people who had till now been sitting silently on the platform started walking here and there to reach the train. Okay, after seeing the train, Satish shouted that the train arrived as the engine whistle make a high pitched sound and the front lights played over the rails. Okay, the train moved slowly into the station, the engine hissing and sending out waves of the steam. As it came to a stop, Satish jumped on the footboard of a lighted compartment and shouted, Come on, Arun, this one is empty. And I picked up my suitcase and made a dash for the open door. Then the train moved slowly into the crowded station. Then the engine made a short sound and sending out waves of steam. Okay, as the train stopped, Satish jumped into the footboard of the lightened compartment and shouted to me to come inside. Okay, because this compartment is empty, so she called me to come inside. Okay, so I picked up my suitcase and went inside the compartment through the open door. Okay, we placed ourselves at the open windows, and the two women stood outside on the platform talking up to us. Satish's mother did most of the talking. No, don't jump on and off moving trains as you did just now, she said. And don't stick your heads out of the windows, and don't eat any rubbish on the way. Then we both sit near to the open window, and then the two women stood outside on the platform and talking to us. Okay, but Sati's mother did most of the talking. She advised Satish not to jump on and off moving trains as you did just now. Then don't stick your heads through the windows and don't eat rubbish things while you are traveling. Like that, she advised to Satish. Okay, she allowed me to share the benefit of her advice, as she probably didn't think my mother a very capable person. She handed Satish a bag of fruit, a cricket bat, and a big box of chocolates and told him to share the food with me. Then she stood back from the window to watch how my mother behaved. Here, Satish's mother thought that my mother was not a capable person to give advice to me, and she allowed me to share the advice of her thoughts. Okay, then she gave Satish a bag full of fruit, a cricket bat, and a big box of chocolates. Then she informed Satish to share the food with me. Okay, then she stood back from the window and watched how my mother is going to behave with me. Okay, just she was standing there and waiting to see the conversation between me and my mother. Okay, I was smarting under the patronizing tone of Sati's mother, who obviously thought mine a very poor family, and I did not indeed giving the other woman away. I let her take my hand in hers, but I could think of nothing to say. I was conscious of at us with hot, beady eyes, and I found myself hating her with a firm, unreasoning hate. Here, I was understood that Sati's mother treated me in a way that she is apparently kind, but and I knew that clearly she thought my family is a very poor family, like that she thought. Okay, so I did not intend to giving the other woman away, so I let her to take my hand in hers, but I could think there is nothing to talk with her. Then I was conscious that Sati's mother was looking fixedly to us with small and round eyes, and I found myself hating her strongly for unknown reason. Okay, the guard walked up the platform, blowing his whistle for the train to leave. I looked straight into the eyes of the woman who held my hand, and she smiled in a gentle, understanding way. I leaned out of the window then and put my lips to her cheek and kissed her. Then the god walked up the platform by blowing his whistle for the train to move. Okay, so I looked straight into the eyes of the woman who held my hand and smiled in a gentle, understanding way. Okay, then I leaned out of the window and put my lips to her cheeks and I kissed her. Okay, the carriage jolted forward and she drew her hand away. Goodbye, mother, said Satish as the train began to move slowly out of the station. Satish and his mother waved to each other. Here, jolted means what? Moved with sudden jerk. Okay, here the train's carriage moved with a sudden jerk forward, so she drew her hand away from my hand. Okay, then Satish said goodbye to his mother as the train started to move slowly out of the station. Okay, so Satish and his mother waved to each other by saying goodbye. Okay, goodbye, I said to the other woman. Goodbye, mother. I didn't wave or shout, but sat still in front of the window, gazing at the woman on the platform. Then I also said goodbye to her, but I didn't wave or shout to say goodbye, mother. But I sat still in front of the window and looked steadily at the woman on the platform. Okay. Sati's mother was talking to her, but she didn't appear to be listening. She was looking at me as the train took me away. So here, as the train moved on, Sati's mother started talking to my mother, but she didn't appear to be listening her talk. Instead of that, she was looking at me as the train took me away from her view. Okay, she stood there on the busy platform, a pale, sweet woman in white, and I watched her until she was lost in the milling crowd. Then I saw a pale, sweet woman in white sari who was standing on the busy platform. Then I watched her until she was disappeared in the crowd of the people. Okay, the story got over now. Now let us discuss about the author of this supplementary reader. The author of this supplementary is Ruskin Bond. Okay, he is a short story writer, novelist, and poet. Okay, then he is the favorite writer of Indian children. Okay, then he is one of the favorite writer of Indian children. Then his first novel, Room on the Roof, was published when he was still in his teenage. Okay, then this novel won him the John Rice Memorial Award in 1957. Which award? Room on the Roof Award. Okay, Room on the Roof won him the John Rice Memorial Award in 1957. Okay, then he also writes about the children and the simple hill folk of Uttarakhand. Folk means people. Okay, he used to write about the children and the simple hill people of Uttarakhand. Okay, then simplicity and fluency of his language and an insight into human nature are the important hallmarks of his style. Okay, then his major writings include An Island of Trees, A Bond with the Mountains, and the India I Love. These are his major writings. Okay, what are they? An Island of Trees, A Bond with the Mountains, and then the India I Love. These are the major writings of Ruskin Bond. Okay, then he has also been honored with the Sahitya Akademi Award for his contribution to Indian literature. Okay, then he won the Sahitya Akademi Award for his contribution towards the Indian literature. Okay, I will give you the homework now. Read this glossary well and write the test. Okay, I think in last video I had given you first 6 glossaries to read and write the test. Okay, now you can read the remaining glossary and then write the test. Okay, students, I will meet you in the next video. Thank you.